Hello losers, freaks, geeks, and nerds. Hey, I'm back. I definitely did not disappear for 2 months. Before we get into my little update of why I disappeared, first, hi, I'm Sun. I use they them pronouns. That's it for the intro. There's not anything else really interesting to add on to in that regard. That's the only interesting thing about me. And the fact that I also slept with your mother last night. Oh! Banger tweet. Let's go. Now, if I'll be 100% honest, it was really executive dysfunction. I won't lie to you. I'll be honest. I'll keep it real. I'll keep it 100. Yeah. It did dirty things to me in an alleyway, and I've been recovering ever since. Okay, maybe I did that thing that artists do where you're like, okay, well, I don't think it's just artists, people in general, we're like, all right, I'm gonna do it, it's gonna be great. But then I made videos, and like I had like 3. I recorded them, I'd sit down and edit, and then I'd look at it and I'd be like, I fucking hate this. And it wasn't because the ideas were bad. They're actually good ideas. They just didn't feel right. They didn't feel like me. I felt like I was trying to make content that I just didn't like at all. So it got to this really weird point where I was like, okay, what the fuck am I doing? And then I went outside, I touched some grass. I didn't really actually touch the grass. I went to a park and sat on a bench because I don't want to feel the texture of the grass on my skin. So I journaled away. I tweeted about journaling. And then about 5 minutes ago, I was laying in bed and I was like, I'm being a little bitch about this, aren't I? And then I was like, let's record a video, guys. Yippee! And so now we're here and it's 1:35 a.m. and I'm recording the beginning of this video where I get to rant about a fanfiction that's stuck with me. Fanfiction is very prevalent to me. Very relevant? Prevalent? What's the difference between prevalent and relevant? I'm gonna Google it. But I ended up realizing that, you know, if I want to make content, that it would be best, and big shocker, a big original idea, it would be best if I made content that I liked. Oh my god. Fuck, that was crazy. That was, guys, I think, and like, don't quote me on this, I think I just came up with an original idea to make content I like. Holy shit, what the fuck? Guys, I think I might be onto something. So yeah, that's what I've been doing for the last like 2 months. It's just gonna be our content, guys. So speaking of which, let's get on to the video. Woo! We get to talk about fanfiction like every teenager loves. Insert boom noise sound. Okay, thank you. Fanfiction is fucking crazy. I mean, AO3. Woo! AO3 is insane, and I love it dearly, very dearly. If I could somehow get how many hours I've spent on AO3, just all together, it would definitely be like well over like a year's worth of hours. I don't know how much that is. I'll Google it later and put it up on the screen so that I feel smart. AO3 is the hub for all the chronically online losers such as you and I, who crave the yummy, brain-rotting literature curated by 3 types of people: women with families, 13-year-olds, and people whose first language is not English. And then the fourth option, which is everyone else. And then the 5th option, which is, and like zoom in on the camera, get close to my face, get closer, gay people. Oh, I got a burp. That was a really sad burp. I'm sorry. I should have done better. Anyway, but all of these writers, all of these people run to AO3 to shit out their brain rot, so that we can intake it. The masses, us. We are not original. There are so many of us, okay? So many of us. Just a lot of lame bitches. But truthfully, AO3 is really like, the site is, like, for one, it's free, no cost. We get to read this like high quality literature, and I say high quality because it really depends. You either get lucky or you don't get lucky, and you just end up reading just someone's like, and I say brain rot, not like, oh my god, brain rot. I mean genuine like brain rot because there's no like indentation. The grammar shit. Someone's daughter wrote that, and now you have to read it after you just got off work. You're sweaty and uncomfortable and trying your best to hold it together. But when you look at this just like one singular paragraph that goes on for at least 2 minutes, it doesn't seem worth it. And then you get lucky and find a like 500,000 word document that could have, like, listen, random fanfiction writer 123 could have written this. Shakespeare could not. But anytime AO3 is down for like repairs or something, I'm in the trenches. And it's only at its worst when I'm like desperate to get out of here and to go somewhere else. And I'm like, all right, man, it's time for this however many thousand words long fanfic where I get to read about two people in love. Because, yeah, and quote me on it, I am in fact an OCX insert character, all right? If you ever catch me reading an X reader, know that times are extremely rough. Okay, it's against what I stand for. It's against what I stand for. I can't. But like, you know it's bad when it's down and I'm like this, insert clips of people in despair. This is what I am. This is what I look like. All these sad, unfortunate people. That's me when no AO3. me when no fanfic. Okay, moving on. And of course you have like the other options for reading fanfiction, but like, why would I ever want to go to Wattpad when AO3 is there? There's Wattpad, Quotive, Fanfiction.net. I've been on all those fucking sites, dude, when AO3 has been down. Have I ever truthfully enjoyed it? Not really. I feel like the most I've ever found that's been somewhat decent has been on fanfiction.net, scrolling through fanfictions that were made in like 2011 and is slightly like weird and like questionable and very much of the times. And I'm like, well, there's nothing else I can do. There's nothing else I can do but read this fanfiction that's kind of bad, even though I have a bunch of other stuff that I could be doing. But I guess I'll just read this about some girl putting her hair up into a messy bun, whatever. I guess this is my life now. But no, I think I'll just stick with what I know, which is AO3. Thank you. Now, I could keep on waxing poetic about AO3 and how it has kept me sheltered, warm, loved and cared for, and some would even say spoiled, but let's get on to the good stuff, which is actually the fanfiction that we're here to talk about today, which, and I didn't mention it in the title. Take a second, I'm gonna put like a little timer as if this is a, one of those game shows. What fandom is this fanfiction from? Take a second. I might even put up some options for you. Who is it? I'm using my ears. And you're wrong. You know why? Because it was One Piece. Yep. You thought it was Batman? Wrong. No. It's One Piece. It's One Piece. Did any of us expect that answer? If you did, let me know. If you didn't, I'm not upset about that. Because, you know, I don't, it's whatever. It's and to get really into the how did you get to this point, what happened, why are you the way that you are, why are you reading a One Piece fan fiction at fucking however years old you were when you read it, I don't know. That's a great question, guys. I don't fucking know. Okay, listen, when you are however years old, probably like 13 or 14, you hyperfixate on things, okay? And One Piece was that for a little bit. And yeah, I looked for fanfics. And yeah, I found them. And yeah, maybe I may or may have not went onto AO3 and went through the, you know, original female character / Monkey D. Luffy or Monkey D. Luffy / original female character. And yeah, maybe I found this fanfiction that may or may not have spent like multiple hours reading. And like, yeah, maybe I do think that that is the best fanfiction under that tag. And yeah, maybe I did decide when I went to go reread it recently that, hey, maybe I do want to make a fan art for this and make it into a YouTube video because I think that's funny. Is that so wrong? Is that evil? I think not. I think that maybe people have lost their joy and whimsy and their fun. And I'm not the problem, okay? I'm not the problem. And fuck you for trying to judge me, okay? Because I'm not the problem. I'm not. But anyway, let's this is the fanfic. Insert picture. We're gonna go through the tags together now. Before we get into the art fun stuff, we're going through the tags. And you can judge me however you want, but I have no shame. Not for this one, at least. Will I be sharing any of my other fanfictions that I've read? Fuck no. Listen, and this is my personal opinion, sharing your fanfiction taste or your recommendations with anyone on fanfiction, it's like telling someone how many times you wipe after you take a shit, or like telling someone that one like niche thing about you that you're like, maybe it's not like that weird, but it's actually just fucking kind of weird. And if you were to tell anyone about it, you would be a little bit ashamed, but you would try to play it off as if you weren't ashamed and that you're actually fine and comfortable with people knowing that about you. But next time you see the person that you told that information, it would be a little bit harder to look them in the eyes. That to me is what sharing a fanfiction recommendation with someone is. Sharing fanfiction is too personal. Okay, I'll die with my recommendations. You're not getting a peep out of me. No. No. Because you could read the tags and you would be reading me at the same time. I can't live like that. I can't do it. No. Now, before we get into the tags together, I would just like to say this is definitely not a ploy so that the fanfiction writer, if they were to ever see this, would somehow be like, oh my god, I should start updating that fanfic again. This is definitely not a ploy to mastermind manipulate them into starting to update the fanfic again. This is definitely not why I decided to make this YouTube video. Okay? I would never do something like that ever. Alright, starting off strong. Additional tags, this is what we're really here for. Okay? Fluff. Family fluff. Big dumbass energy. Kind of slow burn, but not really. Characters are too dense for their own good. Lots of hugs. Asexual relationship. This is probably one of the reasons I love... Like, okay, we're gonna get into this, okay? Because if this is a video about fanfictions, then I can't not talk about my headcanons. I don't think that Luffy... And listen, I just don't really think that he's all that interested in... Or... I mean, even if he was, whatever, good for him. I mean, I just think logically, it makes more sense for him to not be, but that's just me. And, you know, I love Luffy. Cutie patootie. But, yeah, I just feel like this tag tracks. You know what I mean? This is just to have fun. There's angst, but it's there to balance out that glorious fluff. What's a sense of humor, question mark? Where do I get one of those? Question mark. Hashtag relatable. Luffy is a dumbass and everyone just kind of accepts that. Lots of movie refs. Tanya really likes movies. Luffy just wants to piggyback. Mugiwara no Ichimi. Straw hats. Wait, straw hat? Pirate says family. I love this tag, by the way. Found family. Glorious. I just love when they all hug and mess around like a family. Everyone smiles a lot. I'm not sorry. Not beta red, but I will fix it myself later. Portuguese D Ace lives. This is just a good fic. Okay? And in my personal, very humble, extremely veteran, in my opinion, fanfiction reader, just a pretty solid fic. I wouldn't say it's the most glorious fic I've ever read. There is only one that holds that title, and I refuse to share with anyone. I'm interested. Who the fuck do you think it is about? Let me know. I wouldn't say that this is the best fanfic I've ever read, but it's just a really solid one. Like, just a good, solid, like, feel-good fanfic. It's just cute. It's fun. And I like it, okay? Simple as that. I want to put that in words on the screen. Simple as that, period, underlined. Boom. Thank you. But now that we finished reading the tags, you get to watch, guess what it is? Drum roll. You get to watch a voiceover and some drawing of the art. Yippee! And here's the finished art product. What a bad bitch. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh god. Okay, so first I just kind of wrote down some words that I found in the fanfic that described her. And here's my absolute shit take of a first sketch, which I think happens every time people start off. It's like, this doesn't look anything like my art style. What's happening? This one I don't hate as much as the first one. It just didn't like have the right vibe that I was going for with this piece, you know? It felt too like okay, you see the facial expression right here. Not this one, that one. It just felt too like soft for what I was going for. So I tried to change it a little bit. But then I just didn't really. I feel like that end piece right here. that was fine. And this is where the magic starts happening. Kind of, you have to give it a second. Okay, give me a moment. I'm getting there. I found a magic girl pose and I was like, fuck yeah, this feels right. But then I changed it a little bit. I would say the fluidity with this at the beginning was kind of fine, but I felt weird, so I changed the leg position. I didn't hate it. And this is where, like, okay, here's my art style. This is how I draw. Okay, it's cute, kind of. I'm trying to fix the head a bit. But I do genuinely like this piece. I just wanted to make sure I did her justice. I wanted to do her justice, okay? So I'm just kind of resizing, and this is, oh god, that hand right there. Fuck me. That's the best hand I've ever drawn. Look how, favorite hand. Or this one. This is just a good solid pose that's about to happen. Hand magic. Okay, I'm really, really fond of her face, if I'm gonna be honest. I think my favorite facial expression to draw on characters is a smiling face with like scrunched, kind of like semi-closed eyes a little bit. I love it. I love it so much. I remember the first time I ever like drew that pose or that facial expression right, and I was like, oh man, I think that's gonna become like a thing for me. But this is why you use references, okay guys? References are the best thing that you could ever stumble upon. Fuck anyone who says you shouldn't use references. They're literally the best. I'd also like to say I am very tired while doing this voiceover. This is a different day, by the way. I think I wrote something on the screen, but I looked away, so I don't know what I said. Whatever. Hair next. Yeah, I wanted to make sure that I did her hair right. I didn't want it to be like super loose or anything. I wanted to like kind of show some tighter curl action a little bit, rather than like, I don't know, like beach waves or something. And guys, what the fuck is a color scheme? I don't know. I've never truly known. Okay, do I know anything about color theory? No. Should I probably start learning that? Yeah. Will I? Someday. So I just ended up with this color scheme, which, would I use that now? I was trying to go for bright colors, and I was just thinking like Flora from Winx, like somewhere in the like recesses of my mind. And this is my attempt at a background. And if you could tell, so the place where she's at is the Going Merry, in my mind at least. But like for some reason, the edge of the boat, you know, I don't even remember what it's called technically. It's just not connected to the floor, so it just looks really weird. I wouldn't say this is like a finished piece or anything. More so like a kind of just like a fun little thing. If I would do it differently if I did it again now. I would definitely do it differently. I think that's the fun thing with art, is that I'm constantly learning new stuff every day. So this was like, God, I think like a week ago or something when I did this drawing, and then I tried to kind of clean it up a little bit a few days afterwards. And I gave her Barbie feet. My bad. I don't know how to draw toes, guys. I'm not really a toe person. I tried. Okay, I tried. I attempted. I think the best rendered thing would probably be her face or her hat. And God, that left hand. I love it. I love it dearly. It's so pretty. It's amazing. I would definitely do the color scheme differently. And no one talk about the yo-yo. Okay, we just don't really. We look away from that. We look away from it so much. And then I try to do some like light action, you know, get some light going on in there. Yeah, I think it's cute. I like it. I would definitely, I got frustrated with the yo-yo. For some reason, the way my layers worked on Procreate just was not letting me do a white, like line of thread. So it just looks weird. I don't know what happened. Couldn't tell you. Okay. Could not tell you at all. But like, aw, look. So cute. Jesus. So pretty. Look at this thing. Absolutely flawless. Okay. Just a fun little experiment for art. Just a fun little experiment. In voiceover. Hey, how was the voiceover? Did you enjoy that? Was that fun? It was great, right? It was awesome. Surely nothing could have possibly gone wrong in the span of the last like 3 seconds from that cute little voiceover where we had our drawing, right? Surely nothing could have gone wrong. Surely I wouldn't have suddenly come across some new information that changes everything I just did. Yeah, so turns out I was fucking wrong. Let's pull up the evidence and read the quotes. So I went on to AO3 because that was the point of the video. Fanfiction, whoa, let's draw some fan art for a fanfic. I went on to AO3 and I Googled previously, I was like, how do you look up keywords on a website? And it turns out there's this cute little shortcut on Windows where you can press Control F and a little thing will pop up and you can type in words to see if they pop up in that website. So I started looking for some adjectives to see if I missed anything. And by the way, since I didn't explain this earlier, when I decided to record this video, I didn't actually finish reading the fic all the way through. The last time I read that fic all the way through was like 2 years ago or something. 2.5? 3? 3 years ago. So roughly 3 years ago is the last time that I read this fic. I'm pretty sure. So I don't remember a lot of literally anything, and I only read like some few chapters in before I was like, I have a fun idea. So going through it now, while I was looking up adjectives, I came across some evidence that proves that my previous design is wrong on multiple levels. Let's read these quotes. The dark-skinned girl closed her eyes and laid back onto the deck. Her long, wavy hair flicked out. When was this? When did this happen? Huh? What the? Guys. The air current he made, making her wavy locks dance around. Well, when you're a 5'4" girl with brown skin and an hourglass figure. Since when? When did this happen? This changes everything. And I didn't. So for the last like hour and a half, I did a complete redesign. It's more so a sketch, okay? It's more so a sketch with some coloring in it. I honestly, it's not bad or anything. It just didn't really feel full like her character. And the dress that she is wearing in this specific design came up later on in the story because I was kind of scrolling through and I stopped in certain places. And then in the story, she wanted to buy this dress and she was like, I don't really, wear dresses a lot, whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then there was this one that she liked that was like a peachy orange thing, but I didn't really do peachy. I guess it could be a peach color. And I gave her the hourglass figure because apparently she had that the entire time. I didn't know that. I didn't know it all, actually. And also, I didn't know that she had waist-length hair because that was also a thing apparently.
What are you?
An idiot sandwich.
Idiot sandwich!
I did not give her waist-length hair, so we're just gonna act like she has it and move on because I have spent too much time attempting to draw this fan art. So hey, insert the new sketch that I am okay with but doesn't really feel fully like the character. I feel like maybe next time if I do anything related to One Piece, I'll try to learn the actual art style for One Piece and maybe do something like that. This is a turn of events for sure. Well, there was my little rendition of some fan art for a niche fanfic that probably not a lot of people have heard about because it came out in 2021 for One Piece. So how did we feel? How do we feel? I feel fine. I'll feel even better once I have this video edited and posted. Once again, sorry for saying that I was going to post and never doing that. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And if you want to, you could always consider subscribing. Bye. Later. Insert the end of the video. End credits? Is that what it's called? I don't know, where it's cute and stuff. you know, when it's you know, like play music, or I don't know, then I'll like add my other socials. Is that what happens? I'm not really sure what happens at the end of videos. Bye dweebs!